Hilton Head Island Town Manager Steve Riley joining us. We got budget issues to talk about in a moment, groundbreakings as well. It's not the budget that's got some people's attention right now, though. It's a trip that you and your wife and Mayor McCann are taking to Italy with the Italian American Club. We've talked to them about what great opportunities are there from this trip. Talk about it from the town standpoint.
Sure. You know, doing friendship packs, sister city packs is something that governments do. I was up Myrtle Beach recently. They've got 3 or 4. Verona, that we're getting ready to join in with, we're going to be their 9th partner.
Wow. But they're our first, right?
But they're our first. This is something that this town hasn't done, but a lot of communities do.
I was going to say, this is kind of new stuff for us, isn't it?
Yes, it is. But the whole idea is to try to build relationships, try to build connections, read an interesting history of the community in Verona, and you know, it's a hospitality center. It was a place where people came to get out of Rome and get away, and you know, 1,000 years ago. So we've got a lot of connections here. The hope is we'll be bringing with us a proposal from Dr. Panu at USCB about how we start to build some educational connections. The hope is that they'll come here, and then next we want to send some of our arts and cultural groups over there and begin to build a relationship. This is what this is about. This is what communities do to try to build better relations across the world. That's what this whole program is about.
There you go. Some people are questioning, though, who's paying for it and how that's all working. The Italian American Club's paying for their part of the trip.
They're paying for their own.
John McCann is paying to take for his daughter to go with him. And you're getting the trip, and so is the mayor, paid for by the town, right?
Yes, we are. This is normal town business, and when we go on town business, it's at there is the cost of the room and an allowance for meals. It's not unlimited, but there are costs that would be associated with what I would call any business trip or training that I might otherwise go on.
I was going to say, you go to other things during the summer that different kinds of seminars and learning experience as well. Haven't done so in the past, right?
There's a meeting of the city managers every summer. There's a meeting of all the municipalities in South Carolina every summer. All of those are relationship building things, as is the Verona trip. And all of it is also trying to learn new ideas and new things that we bring back and try to apply to our own community.
All right, town's paying for your wife's trip. Do you see why there is some concern about that?
I understand that, but you know, my contract has always reflected that if there's an expectation that my wife is going to be there, and in the case of Verona, there's an expectation there that that I can have those costs covered. In 25 years, I've never invoked that section of my contract, but it is there, and this is an unusual trip.
It certainly is. All right, let's get back to the budget and get back to town stuff. We're breaking ground this week on a big project on the south end.
Yes, the celebration, Low Country Celebration Park, the big park in Coligny that we've been talking about for so long, we're finally getting underway. We've spent the last 9 months with a lot of road construction and pathway construction in anticipation of this moment, and we are here. It'll be painful though, because this summer we're going to lose parking spaces, and we're already having challenges with parking. But in a year or so, when we open that park, I tell you, it's going to be a destination park. It's going to be where you're going to want, when you have visitors, this is a place you're going to want to take them.
Summer of 2020 or probably 21?
No, 2020.
Okay, so by next summer.
Yes.
That's terrific. The rest of the budget, you've passed it, it's done, it's in.
Absolutely.
Where are we spending our money?
You know, an awful lot of the money unfortunately gets spent on the day-to-day.
Yeah.
This new park is a big chunk of the budget. We are also, right as Hurricane Matthew had come through, we had put on hold the replacement of the last of our original fire stations, Station 2 down in Sea Pines. That is a major initiative that will get started this fall. And then you see some of the work already going on up in this Shelter Cove area, the road improvements, the pathway improvements, those will continue. There's an infusion of cash there. And then just a lot of smaller roads and drainage projects that will chew up a lot of our time this year.
And taxes not likely to change much?
Taxes go up a little bit. It is 0.53 mils. It's about, I think it's $1.80 or something per 100,000 of value. Not a lot, but under the state tax caps, we're at that use it or take it or forever all time lose it. there's just too much uncertainty. We can't not take those, unfortunately.
Absolutely. All right. Thank you so much for the time. As always, Town Manager Steve Riley.
Good to be with you.
Have a good time in Italy. I think it's a trip we would all love to be taking. Have a good time. Bring back some good stuff. Take care. Thanks so much.
Yep.
Thanks so much, Steve. Hilton Head Town Manager Steve Riley, who will keep his fingers crossed we don't have any of those big circular storms headed our way this summer. What's new in our preparedness for hurricane season? Emergency Management Coordinator Tom Dunn is next.